Hello, friends. Namaste to all of you. Welcome back in my YouTube channel. Today, I'm coming to meet you with my new video, La Belle Dempsey's Mercy, the poem that was written by John Keats. The poem is prescribed by Pune University for SYBSc Computer Science. So, let's. Today, we are going to learn about La Belle Dempsey's Mercy with the help of poetical aspects as well as theoretical aspects. Before going to discuss about the poem, may I request to you, if you like the video, please like the video and subscribe my channel. Okay, now we are going to discuss about La Belle Dempsey's Mercy by John Keats. It means a beautiful woman without. John Keats' prolific works were written in 1819. It means most of the major work or the prolific works, important works, were written in 1819 by John Keats. Shortly after he met the love of his life, Fanny Brown, his works focus on a return to beauty, Greek myth, fairies, idealism, nature, and individualism are all prominent themes in not just Keats' work but of romantic literature. Now, La Belle Dempsey's Mercy was written in the summer of 1819 in Wentworth Palace. Keats was already aware that he would die from the tuberculosis which had killed his brother earlier. Their neighbors at Wentworth Palace were Fanny Brown and her mother, and because they lived in the other half of Wentworth Palace, they saw each other daily. After a while, Keats fell in love with Fanny Brown, though, being poor, he could not marry her. La Belle Dempsey's Mercy is Keats' life and emotions set into verse. It is a story of unrequited love, illness, and the impossibility of being with whom one cares for when they are from different social classes. So, in shortly, uh, the life-like incidents or the life-related incident of John Keats we are also able to find out in these poems. Before going to discuss about the poem, now we are going to learn the poem with the help of summary. The unidentified speaker comes across the nights, wandering around in the dead of winter. The sages has withered from the lake, and no bird sings in a barren, bleak landscape. The cold had chased away the birds, and yet the unidentified speaker notices that the night is suffering from a fever. The night responds to the unidentified speaker how he met a lady in the meadows, full beautiful, a fairy child. The night talks about its sweet memories of the lady, feeding each other, making the lady present, traveling with her, and being together. Then the lady weeps, for she knows that they cannot be together. She is a fairy, and he is mortal. So the lady lulls him to a sleep, out of which he does not immediately wake. In his dream, the knight sees pale people. These are kings, princes, and warriors, who tell him that he has been enthralled by a woman without mercy. The knight wakes up from the nightmare alone on the cold, chill hillside. He tells the unidentified speaker that is why he says there. He stays there, wondering, looking for the lady in the midst. Now, the point about the scholar. Scholars are divided on the precise motives of the lady, while classes of scholars believe that the lady's weeping in the elfin grot thus brought up the ideas of undivided love. The lady understands that they cannot be together and chooses to leave him to sleep. So, this part is also related with the John Keats' life. John Keats and his beloved Fanny both are knows that they are not able to become a one. So maybe the emotions of kids also we highlighted from this point. Now, the language is used is simple. Kids manages to create two parallel universes. The real world where the night is found alone and palely loitering is a dark and dismal and wintry. The other world where the lady lives seems exotic and beautiful, with such a glorious foods as honey wild and manna dew. The nightmarish imagery that exists between the worlds can be taken to be part and parcel of the lady's world, as it is she who whisks young men away, willing to unwilling, to their doom. The end of the stanza leaves the fate of the night ambiguous. Next, La Belle Adamson's Mercy character list. So, for understanding better this poem, we know to learn about the characters. So first character is the speaker. The speaker, a man who notices a fellow knight wandering through a chilly hillside one evening. The second one is the knight. The haggard knight who appears to be speaker on a hillside and relates to the speaker his encounter with a beautiful woman on the same hillside. The third one, the beautiful woman. A mysterious, enchanting woman who lives in the hillside. She possesses supernatural charms, and each man she meets succumbs to the power of her spells. Then the pale kings, princes, and warriors. So these characters the knight meets to during his dream on the hillside who like him fell beneath the woman's charms. So here is some glossary from the poem La Belle Dame's Merci. Now, La Belle Dame is a French word. It means a beautiful woman. Then sage, a kind of grass with a triangular stems. Haggard, exhausted or fatigued. Granary, a storehouse for grains. Elfin, elf-like. Grot, a small cave. Ale, to trouble someone. Withered, dried, used up. Woebegone, dejected, miserable. Moist, wet, damp. Steed, horse. Lull, to cause to fall asleep. Then meadow, maid. Anguish, torment, severe psychic or physical pain causing misery. And loitering, it means waiting or wandering about vaguely without any definite purpose. Manadium, the celestial food the Israelites were provided with by God during their wanderings in the desert. Now, in this video, I have also mentioned some of the themes. The poem has the various themes. In shortly, I'm just going to say you about the themes. Now here, the poet used the supernatural themes. So the supernatural elements, like a fairy child, even the supernatural beings, even the hillside along other men, then the dream. The dream and the night they exclaimed that La Belle Damson's mercy, the hat in thrill. So this all aspect shows that the poem has a supernatural theme. The second one is that erotic love and seductions is also the another theme of the poem. And the third one is the female fatal. So these all the themes informations I have mentioned in this video. Silently you try to read all these themes and try to understand for your better better understandings. So you try to read it silently, that will definitely helps to you for better understanding. Now, form of the poem. The poem is a form in a ballad, the folk ballad, which usually tells a basic story of love or pain, is known for its simple language and minimal details. Ballads are written in 4 line stanzas and of 10, often the second and fourth lines rhymes. So, here is one of the sample questions that will help the students for their examinations. For example, how does Keats suggest the season in his ballad? The season in the poem is a late autumn or early winter season. Keats describes this season through dry grass, squirrels' granary, harvest and absence of birds. The grass on the bank of lake is dry. The squirrel keeps its storage full with grains because if winter grows, it cannot go out for collecting food. The harvest is also over. No birds sing here because they have moved some other place with a favorable climate. Thus, Keats described the season that indirectly points out the unfavorable condition of the night. One more questions I have mentioned here for your understanding.